Hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. Uh, Mind the business that pays you. I say mind the business that pays you, right? Some people minded the business of others because they were paid by somebody to mind their business. I'm reminded of a neighbor, actually a few different neighbors, but one neighbor in particular, and I saw both of their names, a little husband and wife duo. I saw both of their names on a hospital that I was driving through town, and I noticed on one side it had one person's name, on the other side it had another person's name. And it reminded me of this couple. And I was thinking, why is this couple coming into my mind now? This is a couple that lived right across the street from me. And the husband was interested in me. The husband liked me. The husband was interested in me. The wife was also interested in me, but I'm not interested in her, and I wasn't interested in him. The wife took me as competition and saw me as a threat because her husband took interest in me, but I didn't take interest in her. I believe they were both swingers, or they both had, a relationship to where, he had his friends that he'd go hang out with, and, she may have her friends she goes and hangs out with or does stuff with, and they might do stuff together as well, too. But I digress and go into this. My parents had came over to my house to check on me, and I was not talking to my parents. I had stopped talking to my parents for a very long period of time. And my mother was one that, she didn't like to take no for an answer. She didn't like to take someone's truth and believe it. And she didn't like to, she didn't like boundaries. She broke boundaries intentionally because her attitude was, I can do what I want to do. And you may have boundaries set up to protect yourself from me, but I'm your mother. And I'm going to do this because this is the reason why. And I should do this. And I'm going to, regardless. I was not communicating with her. God actually called me to stop communicating with her because God had made me aware of a lot of the things my mother had been doing. And this is one area that my mother would play in that I'm going to explain now. My neighbors across the street from me, they were outside at the time. My mother and father went across the street and talked to them. No telling what they told this couple about me and or my history or so on and so forth. No telling what lies they told about me. But what ended up happening and what my parents planned on doing, or what their tactic was, if they say something to this neighbor will then spread that information to other neighbors and other individuals that would then help them, my parents, in being able to attack me, since they themselves were not able to do so because I did not gain them access. So basically, these neighbors that were nearby, right across the street and all around me, could be used as stalkers, harassers, and bullies against me, towards me. So I'm going to use the word incorporated, neighbors across the street that already had issue or a problem with me that I did not cause. They had an issue with me. And they saw it as an opportunity to not only gain for themselves, but also to take out their anger and aggression for me declining any involvement with them. Now, these people did not come to my mind for no reason. I believe seeing their names just reminded me, and God was letting me know that those two did have a big hand in the attacks that were done against me while I was living in my house and dealing with what I was dealing with already, along with what they were doing against me with other neighbors and their friends and their network. I saw a lot of the attacks that they were trying to do against me. And prior to me leaving that house, that neighbor, I had spoken on this. That neighbor was going to get into an accident. And that neighbor's vehicle, I saw it shortly before I ended up leaving that house. They got into an accident. But I was seeing something worse. Something a lot worse for them. It was going to be a major accident. Health was going to be affected. Abilities were going to be affected. I left, so I don't know exactly what is going on or what happened, but their names were on hospitals. Both of their names were on hospitals. One on the right side and one on the left side. And I said to myself, damn. What if the both of them ended up having problems with their health and or got into accidents? She got into an accident in the car. Her husband liked to ride his bike. He would ride his bike to work, ride his bike all over the place. I actually was driving down another road and I see these signs on the side of the road for, different accidents that have happened where people have passed away. You see those different bike memorials, that are affixed to different signs around the neighborhood and let you know that person got hit by a vehicle. Something is just, they're on my thoughts today, and I wanted to speak on it briefly because the whole point of me even talking about this, because I had let them go and pretty much forgotten about them up until today, and really up until about 10 minutes ago. They got themselves involved and coming at me and attacking me based off of lies that they were told, as well as their insecurities and their problems that they wanted to take out on me. And they thought that they were justified in doing so because, hey, it's kind of like it's a win-win in their mind. Whatever they got from my parents, along with whatever they felt about me and or what they wanted to do against me, they felt as if it was a win-win, and now it's a lose-lose. Because everything comes back. Their behavior coming against me was totally unnecessary and totally unwarranted. But they did it anyway. And they did it on repeat. For a long period of time. Even before my parents came into the picture and having a conversation with them about me. If anything, what they received from my parents made them feel even more justified in attacking me the way that they did. And that was a big mistake. A huge mistake. If they had just minded their own damn business, if they had focused on their household, their children, their lives, instead of focusing on what I had going on in my life and trying to disturb, delay, stalk, and harass me, they would not be going through any suffering more than likely right now as I'm doing this video. Because God is letting me know that something is going on in their household because of what they did to me. It's like God is letting me know that, hey, I saw everything, I heard everything, and nothing may have been done at the time that they did the things against you, but everything comes back. Him letting me know that he was taking care of it. Sometimes you need to mind your business. Focus on yourself and not mind the business of others. The outcome just might be one that you may not live through, as I had to live through and deal with and heal from. I'm going to leave it at that. Gotta go. Bye.